I was so proud of him. He was the most popular boy in school, and he looked just like James Dean. He had sandy-colored hair and often wore a white t-shirt, and his jeans were rolled up at the bottom. He was my brother. When Peter and I were invited to eat dinner at the neighbor's house down the street, I felt like Cinderella going to the ball. As we headed out the front door, Peter turned to me and said, "Don't you embarrass me." I thought I would never, ever do that. At dinner, a small bowl of what I thought were grapes were passed to me. I couldn't wait to tell Mom, a Dutch immigrant, that in Canada, families have fruit with their dinner instead of vegetables. Canadians are so cool. At that moment, I caught Peter watching me, so I put only 3 on my plate. There weren't that many in the bowl anyway. With satisfaction, I picked one up and popped it in my mouth while staring back at Peter. As my taste buds lit up, I realized this was not a grape. If it were, something had gone very, very wrong. And as my body began to protest the item in my mouth, I watched Peter's face go from anxious to horror. That's when Cinderella almost turned into the exorcist. I couldn't get the egregious item out of my mouth fast enough, to the shock of all who were at the table. What I thought was a grape turned out to be an olive. I'd never had one, and I couldn't wait to flee home in my mother's loving arms and my bedroom and my tear-filled pillow. My identity changed from loving, proud sister to pesky, embarrassing girl. Months later, when the Book of the Month Club featured Emily Post's Book of Etiquette, I begged my parents to order it. I didn't really know what etiquette even meant, but I did read in that flyer that it would help me with my manners, so I wouldn't make any more social blunders. Reluctantly, my parents acquiesced, sure that no child of 10 would read it. But I had promised to do chores to earn it, so they gave in. Night after night, I pulled the blankets over my head and with a flashlight, read each paragraph. I still have my original worn copy of Emily Post's book. As a child, I didn't know that etiquette would later become my livelihood and my driving purpose. My mission isn't simply to prevent others from making faux pas like I did that evening at our neighbor's house. My mission and passion is to ensure people never feel less than enough.